Well, hi, I am Amy Nash, and I am the daughter of Larry and Mary Newman, who had the house fire June 1st, 2012. And while Mom and Dad were out of town, I was here in Columbus with my family and my siblings, and we were the ones who were responsible in gathering information, gathering contacts, and Buckeye Restoration was first and foremost on our list. Rod and Janie are old-time family friends, and so we wanted to get their honest opinion first to see where we go from here. Their whole entire crew, with Nick, Josh, the sons, Rod especially, ran such a smooth and easy transition from taking a fire that was devastating to my family and making it absolutely 110% better. Because we were able to do things so smoothly with Buckeye Restoration, my parents didn't have to come home. We were able to run everything here, do a lot of the research, and really be able to create a family home once again. I will show you a little bit about what the damage was and what has been repaired. In this room, it's brand new, but there is new ceilings, trusses, fans. The entire trim work had to be remade, repainted, and even all the way up to the stone fireplace. Everything had to be recreated, really, to its original look. Up in Mom's studio, the entire ceiling was burned through in black and smoke. So we have new ceilings, new drywall, completely repainted, obviously, and new fixtures up in her studio. As we walk through here, because this house is cedar, it absorbed a lot of smoke, and so they were able to come in through here, and they had to obviously clean all the cedar. The ceiling is new. The new trapdoor that goes into the attic, because the entire attic is new. Trusses, roof, and shingles. All the fixtures are new. Obviously, smoke detectors in every room. In this room, there was ceiling damage. Buckeye Restoration had to go through and clean all the cedar and replace the trim. New fixtures in here. Obviously, with the original part of this cedar, we wanted it to be maintained and in its integrity, and Servpro did a good job as far as cleaning everything, and Rod was able to really recommend, as far as Buckeye Restoration, you guys be careful, this is important, and did a beautiful job as far as protecting the original pieces, which was the main part of the fire. All the cedar had to be replaced, and one of the things that Rod recommended, because he was really easy to work with and talk to as far as getting an idea of how do we keep the same feel of the house and then still give that feel of a new home. And one of the recommendations, once he put the cedar up, is instead of it stained the dark, which when you go back out here, instead of it being as dark, we did tung oil, which was a very tedious process, and Buckeye Restoration did a great job, but it's a beautiful color that keeps that natural feel. All the fixtures are new, ceiling is new, all the furniture had to be removed and redone. The settee, which was completely underneath the ceiling, that has been recovered. Another recommendation was John Leahy of Big Daddy Fabric. He redid everything, Big Darby, and so new windows in here. We've got new bathroom because this was completely redone. This ceiling had completely fallen through, so all this area is refigured. And the fire actually started back in this area in the ceiling, and because of the pitch being so close to the roof, it was fed quickly outside. And so by the grace of God, went outside instead of down. As you can imagine, with a lot of wood in this house, it would have been devastating. And then back in this area, the original door or original wall was here because this was part of that storage area that we just blocked off. So now this is great storage. Harley, one of the very, very hard workers for Rod, did beautifully in creating shelves that can be removed, because that was something that in case you have storage that you needed more space. So just small details that you don't always think of. And then in here, the cedar closet, Mike, I don't know if you can get in here. The cedar closet was completely redone with two bars instead of the one. No, actually they did have two. But cedar closet was completely remade. But this time it had two doors, which was nice. The outside, I will say, I was so pleased because they were able to mimic exactly what we had before. And you can't even tell that this entire place is new. And the fire started basically right here, and that entire, probably was a 9x9 hole in the ceiling, in the roof, was the obvious damage. But just being able to match all the colors, being able to replace everything that makes the house look virtually untouched. And it's very valuable to me to know that I was able to work hand in hand with Rod Patterson as far as Buckeye Restoration, his son Nick, and we were able to create this so that Mom and Dad could come back, not have to even recognize that there was a fire. And I'm sure that's the ultimate goal, is to make it before the way it was before there was any damage. So I greatly appreciate Rod and Janie Patterson and Buckeye Restoration. They did a wonderful job, easy to work with, and really went to bat when it came to managing the insurance company. And they were able to create just that feeling of security, that I wasn't being manipulated in any way, that it was just an easy transition, and I was very pleased. I highly recommend them.